Manage vulnerability acceptance policies. For every organization on Fluid Attack's attack resistance management platform, you can set various policies for vulnerability acceptance and control the risks you are willing to assume in your groups. From your organization's homepage, you need to go to the Policies section. In this first table, you have 7 policies to define. 4 of them are related to the temporary acceptance of vulnerabilities. They declare how many days a vulnerability can have this treatment without interruption. Also, how many times a vulnerability can be assigned this treatment, and the range of values in which a vulnerability's CVSS base score would need to fall for this treatment to be assigned. A temporarily accepted vulnerability, although open, will not cause our devsecops agent to break the build when you plan to release your software to production. Precisely, 2 policies focus on the agent. They establish how many days you will let pass without our agent breaking the build due to newly reported vulnerabilities, and the minimum CVSS-based score for open vulnerabilities to make the agent break the build. To find out more about the configuration and execution of our agent, check out our video Install the devsecops agent with Docker and view its execution logs. The last policy establishes the removal of stakeholders after a certain amount of days of inactivity. You can click on the external link icon to read our documentation about these policies. These settings are inherited by your groups. If you would like to specify group-specific policies, go to the group. Click on Scope. Scroll down to the policies. Set the preferred values. And click Save. Let's go back to the organization policies. In the second table, you find all the types of vulnerabilities your team has requested be permanently accepted. Just like the temporarily accepted vulnerabilities, these are ignored by our devsecops agent in its evaluation. In this column, you can see whether the request was approved, rejected, or is only submitted for each type of vulnerability. Any team member can submit a request, but these can only be approved or rejected by user managers or vulnerability managers. If you have any of these roles, you can view and click on these buttons to approve and reject requests. You can also change their status, for example, from approved to inactive, and from inactive to submitted. When you need to submit a request, just enter the name of the vulnerability type in the text field. If you wish, you can type one or more tags to classify it, and finally, click on the plus sign button. Additionally, by clicking on their name, you can access our documentation and find details about each type of vulnerability. Ideally, this list should be empty, and most of the values in the first table should be 0. However, it's always up to your organization what cybersecurity risks it intends to accept, and based on that, to define the policies on this section. Fluid attacks, we hack your software.